Lawmakers share why it's important to continue to highlight both past and present threats of communism and continue to remember the millions of victims of authoritarian regimes. NTD correspondent Jason Blair reports.
Communism is not a relic of the past. It remains a present-day threat to freedom, human dignity, and global stability.
At the first event for the House Victims of Communism Caucus, Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz says that more than 1.5 billion people still live under communism today.
The dangers of communism are not confined to history books. They are shaping world affairs today. They span from China's mass internment of Uyghurs and suppression of democracy in Hong Kong to Cuba's ongoing repression and North Korea's brutal dictatorship.
Rep. Wasserman Schultz says that these regimes actively undermine America's democracy, suppress free enterprise, and threaten national security.
The Chinese Communist Party steals our intellectual property, spies on Americans, and bullies our allies, all while spreading disinformation to weaken democracies, including our own.
Congressman Joe Wilson says that Russian President Vladimir Putin has set back the Russian Federation.
And sadly, war criminal Putin is trying to resurrect the Soviet Union. And we see that as he has rigged elections in Belarus, as he has rigged the elections in the Republic of Georgia, where indeed President Salome Zurabishvili was legally elected, but due to rigged elections, she was not able to take office because of war criminal Putin.
The bipartisan caucus was established in 2017. Rep. Joe Wilson says that its formation is important.
People need to know the history of communism, the loss, hundreds of millions of people killed and died, and hundreds of millions of people denied a fulfilling life. And it's done for power. And so the concentration of power in the ideology precludes the ability of people to have freedom themselves.
The House Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, also focuses on the dangers posed by communism. However, its focus is exclusively on current threats posed by the CCP. The House Committee on the CCP's chairman, Rep. John Moolenaar, was just named U.S. Republican co-chair of the Inter-Parliamentary Alliance on China, or IPAC. The IPAC is a, quote, cross-party entity of legislators from democratic nations working to reform how countries approach relations with the Chinese Communist Party. Moolenaar succeeds Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who co-founded the organization. Reporting in Washington, D.C., Jason Blair, NTD News.